I don't think educated females that goes to go get their degree or PhD are fit to be wife, housewife, or even mothers, right? So we're gonna watch this video together, guys, and I'm gonna point out a few things that I see, and I'm gonna chop it back with you guys real quick.
Do you think Black women with degrees and professional careers are expected to settle more than their non-Black counterparts?
I think it's harder for Black women because a lot of Black women want to marry a Black man. And then you have to deal with the fact that we're outpacing them as far as education. You add in the factor of how many Black men want to date outside their race. You add in the factor of how many Black men are simply incarcerated.
The children play a factor too, the ones that have children.
Yeah. And then you can't even add in the superficial factors of like wanting somebody who's handsome and over 6 feet.
Right.
It's like, well, if that's what you want, the expectation is you're going to have to give somewhere. But I think that's what's hard dating as a Black woman is finding your equal in a Black man in all areas. It's Hunger Games.
Okay, you guys heard exactly what this young lady said, that she's finding it hard to find that equal, right? Her equal's not out there. Majority of Black men are incarcerated and they are, you know, not matching the level of a Black woman because a Black woman, quote unquote, is outpacing the Black man, right? To me, I think that's a hell of bollocks, first of all. And the reason why I say this women are talking trash, is because one thing that's most important and that glues family together is the women. So those type of women that's saying that the men are not on your level is because the mothers that's raising the men decided to chase their career instead of family foundation. And that's the reason why you have a lot of men that are coming up from broken home, because females like you, which are not fit to be mothers and wives, choose your career over family and raise the same men, right, to be outside in the street broken. And then when you come across females like you that says, oh, I need a guy equally yoked with me, you're never going to find that. I'm going to give you guys a few examples from my opinion to let you know why I think an educated woman, meaning a woman that goes out her way to go get a degree, a PhD, then actually focusing on family foundation, are not fit to be mothers, most especially mothers. An educated woman, she had to go learn a skill, right? The same skill that she had to learn is a different type of skill of being a mother at home, full-time mother at home. To be a full-time mother at home, you have to have a patience, right? You have to have house management, right? You got to know how to slow it down, especially when you're dealing with kids. When you're a woman that's been in the workforce, right, you don't have that skill ability because why? You can't just turn it off and turn it on. Being a housewife is a different alignment of skills, right? So you're educated in verbal skills. Being a housewife, you're more in patient mode, house management, knowing how to look after the kids. To actually look after a kid, you have to be patient, meaning you have to put your phone down and actually one-to-one interaction with your child. That's going to give them that nurturing that they need. When you are one of the women that's always on the go in the workforce, climbing up the corporate ladder, you don't have that patient skills with your kids. You might think you do, but you don't. You're always in the go. You have embedded a masculine trait. Another thing as well is you always think that you're equal to your man, which you're not equal to your man. Your man can perform in ways that you can't perform, especially if you're planning to be a mother. You're going to have to slow down for the greater of good if you're a woman trying to be a mother and be a wife. An educated woman feels that she needs to be in the same pace as her husband. She has to go work too while the husband is working. And what does that leave the kids? Being in the nursery. I'll give you an example one time. I remember, a guy told me he dropped his kid at the nursery and the kid was only like 7 months. I said, bro, your kid can't even walk yet. This is him, because my missus is working, she's got a job and whatnot. I said, bro, that's kind of sucks because that means you're going to have to go pick up your kid in the nursery when she can pick up the kid in the nursery and you can focus on getting the money, work as a team. You feel me? You can't do that with an educated woman. Quote unquote bag chaser. And the reason why I say that as well, I feel like most educated females that I've come across are materialistic, and I don't care what anyone say. You guys are materialistic. You guys' judgments and skills in family unity is terrible, bro. If I'm saying to you, you want to go to work so you can go chase the bag, so you can go buy those fake ass hair, those fake ass nails, the Louis Vuitton bag. You want to compete instead of you being at home, being a stay-at-home mother, looking after your husband, making sure the house is on point, making sure the kids are on point, getting the schoolwork done, right? You can't be a full-time mother and be out here in the corporate world, right? You feel me? I had someone in my comment section telling me about something about in the Nigerian culture, you gotta be educated for you to go for a female if she's educated. I don't give a flying tuss about no Nigerian culture, bro. This is not, that's, and another thing as well I want to say about that as well, yeah. Majority of the time, when parents are pushing their kids to go get education, it's because the parents are broke as fuck. Right? And they need you as a meal ticket to make it because they're going to be dependent on you. Most females that have parents that's making them go uni, go get a degree, go get a good job, is because they secretly want to depend on their daughter. Than actually making the daughter find the right man that's going to go out there and strive and be the woman to the man and the kids as well. So I don't really care about that. I'm going to tell you as a man, as a 36-year-old man, I prefer my woman to stay at home looking after our child while I go there and get the bag. It makes more sense. The calculation is on point. The math is not mathing if you're out here trying to compete with your man in the same territory that he's in, climbing up the ladder. And another thing why I don't like, you know, where I don't co-sign to an educated woman that's out here in the corporate world, right? I don't like the fact that a man can tell my woman what to do, when to take holidays, when to do certain schedule. I want to be the man in charge of my woman. I don't want another corporate being in charge of my woman, telling my woman what to do. That's not going to benefit me. First of all, I'm not working my ass out for my woman to go slave for another company that's going to look at her as a number. But you tell an educated woman that's been in university for 4 years, she's not trying to hear that. She's not trying to hear that, bro. She's going to think that, no, can't tell me what to do. And this is when the arrogance comes in. This is when the disrespect comes in. You got to understand this, yeah? I watched something earlier on, right? With a woman talking about the reason why educated women don't date guys that's not on the same level because they're intimidated of them. Look at the mentality of the way they think. How they look at men. Because if a man don't have the same degree as you, you think you're better than him, which is wrong. You're not better than him. You can't perform the way he can perform. You're not physically stronger than him. You don't have the willpower to be more driven than him. You feel what I'm saying to you? But you want to compare a man that hasn't got a degree and say he's not in my level. That's the reason why he finds me intimidated. Most men that's educated, that got things going on for themselves, don't want the same people like them. Doesn't make no sense, especially if they know they can cover everything 100%. Why would they need to be with a woman that can also cover a thing 100%? Why they can be going back and forward? Doesn't make no sense to a man, a sensible man, should I say. He'd rather go get a feminine woman that appreciates being a mother, appreciates being a wife, appreciates building family unity, bringing community together. Educated females are not like that, bro. I'm sorry, they're not like that, bro. And their marriage don't last forever as well. They always end up getting a divorce. You're gonna see them on all over social media complaining. I just gave you guys not too long ago a video about a woman that just actually left her whole kids. She left her kids, left her husband to go chase a career and go chase a degree. Can you imagine? Like a degree is the most important thing she needs to go achieve. Than actually raising these babies that's going to actually add to humanity in the future. Another thing about this educated female as well, they are career orientated, meaning they are always going to be chasing the which makes them materialistic. That's never gonna benefit a man, bro. I am sorry, bro. A materialistic woman that's career orientated does not benefit a man. There can't be two career orientated in a household. Now, hear me out. This is not me just saying to you that, oh, you got to be a deadbeat. No, this is me saying, while you're at home raising a kid, find some type of business that you can do while you're raising your kids. Whether you find out a way how to make money online, should I say, whether you're in a relationship with a man that's an entrepreneur business, you can help him with his business and his business can grow because he grows, you grow, because you're all one, by the way. Right? And it's just like when I go on social media sometimes and I hear about this 50-50, I will never date a man with 50-50. When I hear that type of mentality, those come from educated females, not understanding that you shouldn't even be using 50-50 as a point of view. If you're with someone together, you're both one. His money's your money, your money's your money. You figure out a way what's going to work to make you lot build more capitals. And that's just the facts. You can disagree with me, But I'm a man talking from my point of view of what I've seen out there, especially in the Western world. It doesn't work with you guys. You guys are not fit to be mothers. You're not fit to be wives. If anything, you're uncooperative because you think that degree makes you the same level as a man and makes you feel like we are the same. We can never be the same. Because let me tell you the difference why we can never be the same. As men, our sperm can never die, meaning we can have kids till we are like 80, 90, right? You can't have kids at 90, 80, 70, 60. At some point that stops. We still can have multiple kids at older age. That shows genetically we are not the same. So you can't compare yourself and say some men are not on my level. And when I hear females talk about they're not in my level, I'll be like, what level are you talking about? I wouldn't even want to be on your level. So like I'm saying to you, majority of the time when we having this type of debate, we're really having debates and talking to females, I feel like they're smarter than men because they're educated and have got the degree. You're never going to hear a feminine woman, a beautiful, cooperative woman, a motherly woman, nurturing woman be lonely in this world because their kids are going to love them like crazy because they poured into their kids. They'll never be lonely. You feel me? And you never see them having arguments like this because why? They're too busy raising and nurturing the future generation. But if you disagree with me, put it in the comment section, let me know. I would really love to know. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay blessed. Peace. Bow.